Now, political chaos in Zimbabwe spills onto the country's legislature. A protest turns ugly in the well of the House. Here's a full report.
Some would say it's the dance of democracy. Others simply call it misdemeanor. Zimbabwean parliament was up for an uproar, something that is not new to the country. Leaders of the opposition forcibly evicted from the well of the House, and the trigger was the opposition's temerity. Not to stand up when President Emmerson Mnangagwa walked into the House. And then what transpired was for the world to see. Not just men, even women MPs too were roughed up, dragged from the benches and marshalled out of the House. MDC members who defied the protocol blamed the president and his party ZANU-PF for snatching power illegally in this year's election. This isn't the first time opposition members had walked out of the State of the Nation address by the president when he came to power last year in November by removing long-term president Robert Mugabe. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.
The two Koreas reconnected a road across the military demarcation line inside the demilitarized zone in joint efforts to exhume remains of soldiers killed during the Korean War. The two Koreas have been removing mines in the DMZ to make it safe before a joint project to exhume war remains. The 3-kilometer-long tactical road was established in a site that the two parties have designated for the project as it was a notorious battle site of the war. It's the first road connection in 14 years since the West Coast cross-border road in 2003 and the second one on the East Coast in 2004.
우선 65년 전 포탄이 빗발치는 가운데 수많은 젊은이가 희생된 6.25 전쟁의 격전지입니다. 오늘 우리가 이 중부 전선 최초로 비무장지대를 열어서 남과 북을 잇는 또 하나의 평화의 길을 만들었습니다.
The 12-meter wide construction of the route near the midpoint of the DMZ is one of several steps agreed at the Pyongyang summit between the South's President Moon Jae-in and the North's leader Kim Jong-un in September this year. The neighbors also pledged to remove bunkers and weapons from the border truce village of Panmunjom. And now to some dramatic visuals of a rescue from sea near Queensland in Australia. An American sailor was winched from his capsized catamaran on Thursday after spending 12 hours overnight drifting at sea off the northeastern Australian coast. According to the sailor, who has been sailing the Australian coast for 3 years now, his vessel started to take on water on Wednesday evening. On Thursday morning, he activated his personal locator beacon and the rescue helicopter flew to his location in less than 15 minutes. The sailor, then, who lost all his belongings with the catamaran, was calm but told local media that he was only slightly irritated by the ordeal.
No, not really. It was just irritating mostly. If I didn't have the EPIRB, I'd still be drifting out there and hoping someone sailed past.